This thing is massive. Alright, I said the word. I took the bait. Welcome to Nick's Toy Box. Let's dive into this thing. Welcome to Nick's Toy Box, your place to come for collectibles, mostly Marvel Legends and Hot Toys. That's kind of my big slice here. Anyways, we're not going to go into the whole thing about that. What we are going to go into today is Marvel Legends, Gamerverse, from Spider-Man 2, Venom. And yeah, I already said the words, but this thing really is massive. I knew it was really big just by promotionals for it and other people kind of getting it in hand. I have the Hot Toys version, and so I know if they're keeping the scale accurate, I knew this dude was going to be a beast. But getting him in hand and taking him out of his packaging, holy smokes, was I blown away. If you plan on getting this figure, really just take it in whenever you unpackage it for the first time, because what an experience this was. I'm super excited to get into this dude. I love Venom, one of my favorite characters, and I really like this rendition of it, though not a lot of people will agree with me, but I will die on that hill. With that being said, this packaging is really slick, and we're going to dive into it. And this figure is really, really slick, which we'll also dive into that as well. Get comfortable, get cozy, and get ready to get all 19 inches. Oh, can I say that? I'm just joking with you. Let's get into it. So this is a in-hand look for me for the new Gamerverse Spider-Man 2 art and packaging, and I really love it. Got the Marvel Legends up there with some of the warnings. I really love that. White up top with the accent against the red. It really gives us his advanced suit looks. I'm talking about Peter Parker, of course. Venom on the side, Spider-Man 2, Gamerverse slapped on the front with Hasbro and an age sign. Typical stuff. Got Gamerverse slapped up top. Marvel Legends and a little picture of Venom at the bottom here. And then pretty much the same on the other side, just a giant picture of Venom in the Gamerverse and Marvel Legends. I really love this promotional art. That's really one of my favorites. I have the steelbook case of it, or some words if you want to pause to read. I'm not going to do it, but I love this art. It's one of the very few times I've even thinking about keeping the packaging just for that art, because I love it so much. Like I said, I got it on the steelbook. I freaking love it. There's all your legal information and yada yada, things that you need to know about, but we don't care about. What we care about is this figure and his accessories. Getting him unwrapped and ready to go. I love that menacing smile. I gotta get it off the chest immediately. Get 2 head sculpts and with some drool for one of them, which is really cool to get into. We get some fist and some open hands, and we get a giant tendril to do a hand attachment. Not a whole lot of accessories, but when a figure is this big, I don't know. I kind of feel like you're not owed a buttload of accessories, especially because the price wasn't that egregious for him. What was it? I think it was 50 something, 60 bucks, which I know I say that's not a lot when that is pretty pricey for a 1/12 scale figure, but he's huge. Got the closed fist hands. We don't have any of the symbols on the backhands, which isn't wrong. Marvel Legends didn't do it wrong. It's just not in the game, which is one of my least favorite parts of the character design. But whatever, I think we'll live. I love this giant inclusion of this tentacle thing. You can wrap your other Marvel Legends in it to make it look like he's attacking, which is really, really cool. You probably saw it in my opener. So that's a really cool inclusion. You can watch me struggle to get this other head sculpt out. It's packaged in there really well, so just be careful trying to remove it. But once you do get it out and you're able to look at it, it is absolutely stellar. I love that absolutely long, grotesque tongue, the wide open mouth with the jaw stretching, those eyes being curved up like that. It's just mwah. The teeth, the gum work, everything is absolutely awesome. And like I said, we do get this drool effect, which is really cool. So you can watch me fidget with it to get it on. Once I get it on and actually locked in place, it is a really cool look. I wasn't sure if it was something I wanted on mine, but once I got it on, I don't really see myself taking it off. You let me know in the comments below if you like the drool. Well, we've done it. We looked at all the accessories. I think we all know what we're really ready for now. So let's put this aside. Let's get the big boy in the turntable and get him spinning. I had to back my camera up. That doesn't happen a whole lot nowadays. when I'm trying to do stuff for scaling. But this dude is huge. He's massive. That's 3 times I said it. I don't know if you'll get another one. He's awesome. He really, really is. Like I said, some of my complaints is some of the accessories. I would have liked maybe some other hands because we have fist and we have claws. I think like the really big evil claws, like what we got from Hot Toys, would have been just like one good final accessory. I've heard some people say, and I've had the thought too of when I add some tendrils that can pop onto his back, like we got in the video game. And I say I like the idea, but I like how clean he looks as you see him on this turntable. No peg holes anywhere, and I love it. It doesn't take away. So while I would have loved, spoiler alert, some of the wings or even some of the tentacles or anything to pop onto the back, I love how clean this figure is. And he is really clean. So let's go ahead. Let's grab this dude. Let's pull him in closer and get a real in-hand look. Dude, this thing is so freaking cool. I really can't. I'm so sorry. I'm geeking out over here. This dude is just that cool. Geek put to the side for now. Taking a look at this guy. Beautifully executed. You know, with it pretty much all being black molded plastic. And just, you know, minus the head sculpt with some of the more paint. You just have the white that's painted on him. I've seen some be hit or miss with some smearing or rubbing off and stuff, but mine is done wonderfully. So kudos to whoever did my batch, right? Love it. I love these butterfly joints on a giant figure like this. Are you absolutely kidding me? This dude, my biggest worry was going to be articulation and sturdiness going hand in hand because of how big this figure is. Of course, you get your full head swivel, no issues there. He looks up better than I expected. It's not phenomenal, but better than I thought, and he looks down really, really well. He T-poses phenomenally, which that wasn't a worry of mine. He gets the full arm bend, which is awesome. You know, he gets the full rotating in all of his arm areas and those butterfly joints, as you know, mentioned previously, and that, you know, the symbol works and goes along with it very, very well. Full wrist momentum here, you know, biceps. Nothing in that area is limited, which is freaking awesome. These are some of the areas where I was worried about, and up here in the upper thigh into the hip area, but there is no pushback. It flows so well. The knee bends beautifully. You get the full rotation above the ankle and a lot of great ankle movement and the bend of full toes. So, like, I'm scratching my head and I'm like, where's really the drawback in this figure? It's funny getting a figure like this when the Maximum line was just introduced, because his ab crunch is phenomenal too. Everything about this guy with articulation is freaking awesome. And so I'm wondering, like, can we get like a Venom kind of like this, but just scaled down? Because the articulation on him is awesome, but not everybody's gonna like how big he is because of how he'll pose and pair with other people's Marvel Legends collection. Speaking of, let's throw this guy down and compare him, because that is going to be an issue, is space. Because holy smokes, will you look at that. Here's your normal Marvel Legends Venom, and he looks puny next to this Venom. Little puny Parker, but it's not. That's Eddie Brock for you. Just the size comparison is absolutely bonkers. Here's the Walmart Celebration one, which is scaled a little bit smaller, but more comic accurate to some of the first introductions of Venom / Eddie Brock here. And they are just getting absolutely shadowed by him. Got Hobie. I'm kind of just throwing in some of these taller figures, some obscure ones, just so you can get a scale here. No rhyme or reason. Plus, with how much symbiote going on here, I kind of wanted somebody like him who pops really vibrantly, just so I can have some more color to it. I hope you understand. But this dude is huge. Yeah, he really is. You let me know in the comments below if his size is a deterrent for you obtaining him or not. I'm legitimately curious, because like I anticipated him being absolutely ginormous, and I have the space for him, but not everybody does. Here he is with the Maximum Spider-Man. While this doesn't pair accurately to comics at all, I'm going to be pairing these two together a lot. I love them very much. But you let me know about you and your thoughts on this giant size of a Marvel Legends figure, because he's just absolutely bonkers. I'm sorry, I'm trying to like get these guys posed up so they're not going to collapse on me. Here is the black suit from the retro card. And so you can see how he sizes there. You can get yourself a Carnage. This dude is huge. You see, he just like trumps everything else here, which is freaking awesome. Let's do some small posing though. And as mentioned earlier, with the articulation was sturdiness, and this dude is really sturdy. This is more of a simple pose for the more simple collector. This is probably the best way some people can fit him in their collection. But then you can do awesome stuff like this, and he balances and he holds everything. I didn't have to do any finessing, no like tackiness, nothing. Like he can counterbalance this giant symbiote tendril because of how much weight he has and just how sturdy his joints and everything are. It's freaking cool. That's all I have to say. Because like, look at this. Look at how he can just easily hold them with no issues. But with that, that's gonna wrap this up. I really love this figure. My few small complaints here and there aside, this dude is wonderfully done. You let me know what you think about him, and if it's one you're gonna get in your collection, or if you really want him in your collection. As always, please subscribe and ring the notification bell. If you would like and share, that also helps it. Or even if you just leave a comment, tell me what you think about it. It really helps the channel. As always, this is Snick's Toy Box. I really appreciate you watching. Click any of these videos here to see more of me and more of my collection. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.